Hello students, it's me Rizwan here. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to find correlation coefficient using graphic display calculator. Okay, so let us look at the first problem. Um, a social psychologist thinks that there is a correlation between income and education. She found that people with higher income have more years of education. The results of a survey are shown below. As you can see, uh, there are uh, 10 people. The income is given in thousands of dollars and the years of education is given here. So the first question is find the R value. Okay. So you already know the correlation coefficient. It's a measure for correlation between two variables. Okay. So we'd like to know, for example, here, is there a positive correlation or a negative correlation? Now, how do you find out? So let us open the calculator. Okay. What you need to do is you have to you can see the fourth option here like a excel document. You press it, and I'll always rename A as X and B as Y. Okay. Now always the first set of data, that is here the income, will be the X values. So you have to enter all these values under column X. So 125 and then 100 and then 40, 35 and 41. Then you have 29, 35, 24. So 29, 35, 24, 50 and 60. Okay, so these are the values. So before entering the Y values, I'll check once. 125, 100, 40. That's right. 35, 41 and 29. That's also right. And 35, 24, 50 is right. And then 60. Okay. Now you have to enter the Y values. 19, 20, 16. Then again you have 16, 18, 12, 14. So 16, 18, 12, 14. You have 12, 16 and 17. So 12, 16 and 17. Again you have to check all the Y values, and after that what you need to do is press menu, and then you can see option 4, which is statistics. So press this, and then option 1, which is stat calculation, and then you have to enter the two variable statistics. Okay, so enter. Okay, it'll ask you where is the X list. X list is in X and Y list is in Y. Okay, frequency list is 1, and it'll ask you whether the results should be displayed in column C, which is right. Fine, press OK. So if you go down, you can see these are the results. If you go down, students, you see R here. Okay, so this is actually the correlation coefficient. Here find the R value. The value of R is nothing but 0.789, correct to three significant figures. Okay, 0.789. What can you say about the strength of the correlation? Now, since R is positive, okay, um, in fact, and it's very close to 1, isn't it? 0.789. So it is actually a strong correlation. And what does the sign of the R value indicate? Since the R value has positive sign, it is a positive correlation. So if R value is negative, it will be negative correlation. So here there is a strong positive correlation. Okay, so that means uh, if the number of years of education, number of years, if they increase, then the income will also increase. If the number of years of education decrease, then the income will also decrease generally. Okay, so that is what it means. So there is a strong positive correlation between the income and the years of education. Okay, so let us look at one more problem. Uh, does a car stop more slowly as it gets older? The table below shows the age in months of a car and its stopping distance in meters from a speed of 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, now what it means is if a car is 9 months old, then its stopping distance is 28.4 meters. That means if it is traveling at 40 kilometer per hour and if you apply the brake, if the car is 9 months old, then it will stop after 28.4 meters. And if the car is 15-month old, you can see that the stopping distance increases. And if it is 24 months old, then again it further increases. So as you can see, if the age increases, generally you can see the stopping distance also increases. That means the increase in one leads to increase in another. So definitely there will be a positive correlation. So let us find out. The first question is find the R value. Okay, so again I'll close this. I will not save this document. I'll press this again. I'll rename this as X and this as Y. And in X, I will enter the values in the first row, that is age. So 9, 15, 24, and 30. 9, 15, 24, and 30. 38, 46, and 53. 38, 46, and 53. 60, 64, 76, 60, 64, and 76. Okay, these are the X values. Now let us enter the Y values. 28.4, 29.3. Then you have 37.6 and 36.2. Then you have 36.5 and 35.3. Then you have 36.2 and 44.1, 36.2 and 44.1. Then you have 44.8 and 47.2. So 44.8 and 47.2. Okay, once you enter the values, please check whether all the values are right. And then press menu, and then number 4, there is statistics, and then number 1, stat calculations, 2 variable statistics. So number 2, the X list is in X and the Y list is in Y, and the first result column is in C. That is fine. Okay, so go down. So you see here the value of R is 0.907 here, 0.907. So it's a very strong positive correlation. Okay, what happens to the stopping distance? So the value of R is given 0.907. What happens to the stopping distance as the car gets older? Now, since there is a strong positive correlation, as the stopping distance will increase as the car gets older. Okay. The next question: describe the strength of the correlation. It is actually a strong correlation, strong positive correlation. Okay. The final problem. Kelly has always been told to stop chatting on the computer and focus on her studies. Kelly wants to see if there will be any effect on school grades first and decides to survey 10 friends. Here are Kelly's results. Okay, the first row, the values are GPA, grade point average, and the second row has chat time, number of hours spent for chatting per week. Okay, so the first question is find the R value. So I'll close this, I'll open this again. I'll rename this as X and I'll rename this as Y. Okay, first X value. So I'll enter the values under the column GPA. So 3.1, 2.4 and 2.0. So it's 2. 3.8, 2.2. Then you have 3.4, 2.9. Then you have 3.2, 3.7. Then you have 3.5. Okay, now let us enter the Y values. 14, 16, 27. 14, 16, 27. 25, 9, 15. 25, 9, 15. 13, 4, 14. That's right. Okay, so menu, statistics, stat calculations, two variable statistics, x is in x and y list is in y, and press OK. You go down, you can see R. The value of R is negative 0.887. Okay, that means since the R value is negative, there is a negative correlation. So what it means is increase in one will lead to decrease in another. Okay, so here, so if the GPA is more, so most probably the chat time will be less. Okay, if the chat time is more, that means the GPA will be less. Okay, so find the R value, minus 0.807. Describe the correlation is actually a negative correlation, a strong negative correlation. Based on the survey, would Kelly's grade increase if the chat time decreased? Definitely. Since there is a negative correlation, Kelly's grade will increase if the chat time is decreased. Okay. So I hope you have understood how to find the correlation coefficient using graphic display calculator. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video, students.